If you come at the king, you best not miss.
Acknowledge us.
Hey, it's the Red Carpet Ring here. Turnbuckle King here, guys. We're here to talk about WWE SmackDown recap. Reunited, Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso, WWE Tag Team Title Number One Contendership Match. And of course, we got the bonus round and current news. So you don't want to miss out on that. You guys hit the likes as we come into the ring here. So we are here live from Facebook and X as well. But we definitely going to have some discuss here. We are 1 week away from Crown Jewel, which is the normal event that happens in November. And of course, we do have after that Survivor Series. So I will cover not just the bonus round of Jey Uso, was the right call for him to lose the title. Also, we'll talk about as well Crown Jewel early predictions. So let's talk about it. First, though, before we do go any further, guys, you guys know I asked you to do that simple task.
Not real.
Trust me.
But that doesn't do anything, man.
All right, get that like sub as you come in. Now, before we do go, first thing we do, we'll start off with, we're going to start off with the SmackDown match card. So we'll go over that. CBK2K. I just started now. Only been about a couple minutes. No, you came in right in time. Just started. But we're going to get to the SmackDown match card that's advertised. These are the matches that are advertised, guys, for SmackDown for this current episode of SmackDown that just passed. Now, we do have the match 7, as they call Game 7 of Melo versus Andrade, with LA Knight as special guest referee, the current United States champion. We do have Gunther and Cody face-to-face. Number one contendership match, DIY versus Motor Machine, MCMG. So we got that. But let's go over the first part of the show. Let's go over this SmackDown here. Kicks off. Randy Orton kicks off SmackDown. And he really wants a match with Kevin Owens at Crown Jewel. Before we saw Randy Orton come out, he was talking to Triple H backstage, and Triple H was signaling Randy Orton to go out to the crowd, say, hey, go out there. Like Triple H seemed very, very annoyed and very irritated with Randy Orton. However, Randy Orton, he proceeds to go to the ring. He talked about KO, how he's irritated with him, the antics. He said he wants his hands on Kevin Owens bad. He really wants to face this man at Crown Jewel. Now, last week he was trying to, he asked Nick Aldis, could he get a match against Kevin Owens? And Nick Aldis denied him of that request. He said, I know who I got to go to, which we pretty much knew last week. If you follow Randy Orton throughout his career, it was Triple H. So what he did was, he asked him why couldn't he get a match with KO at Crown Jewel. Triple H said, hey, I can't do that. That's not going to happen. And then Randy Orton kept going on. You're trying to protect Kevin Owens, Triple H said, I'm not. He kept saying, you are, just admit it. And Triple H finally said, you know what? I'm not trying to protect Kevin Owens. I'm trying to protect you. And Triple H, he had a good part of the promo too. He said, hey, Kevin Owens, you know that guy. He's all about himself. He'll do whatever it takes to win. And I think that's what's taking a liking to Triple H, because that's how kind of Triple H was in his career. He really wasn't no friend guy. He was pretty much, I'll do whatever to get ahead. That's what Kevin Owens has done. He said he'll screw over anyone to get what he wants. Remember, Triple H is the same guy that helped Kevin Owens win the Universal title years ago, back in 2016. Also, he said that for the first time, Kevin Owens, even Triple H said he was surprised that Kevin Owens let his guard down when he trusted Randy and Cody Rhodes, the current WWE champion. And it seemed like Triple H is sided with Kevin Owens. And he said, if this is what you really want. And then Randy Orton said, you know what? I'm not asking for Paul Levesque to come out here. I want the game, the Cerebral Assassin, the guy that took me outside my house, the home invasion, back 2009, and beat me up, came with sledgehammer. And as Randy Orton said, his words, I quote, beat the hell out of a miserable prick like me. All that stuff. He was saying good stuff in there. And he pleaded with Triple H, let him handle business the way he always has in the past. Triple H finally agreed, said, you know what, Randy, you need to protect yourself all times. I hope this is what you really want, and we're going to get this the match you want, this the match you're going to get. So, with that being said, guys, like I said, I'll talk about it later, but it's definitely official. We are getting a match between Randy Orton, the Viper, versus Kevin Owens at Crown Jewel. It's official. This match is set in place. It will be a part of the Crown Jewel match card for 2024. And this was the good way to kick off SmackDown. Very good way to kick off the show. Salute to you, Brulion's good bread. So, yeah. Randy Orton was going in. Oh, man. Triple H was not having it. Yep, but this was a good way to kick off the show. Let's get on to the first show of the night. Well, first match of the show. First match, we had Game 7. Carmelo versus Andrade with LA Knight special guest referee. LA Knight is very unique. This man comes out with a vest over the special guest referee, and he has his United States belt still on. Oh man, it's LA Knight, he couldn't be any more savage, man. But I thought him dressing up like that was great.
Yeet.
Anyway, this was good. Carmelo and Andrade was going at it. These guys did what they could, but it's gotten to the point where Carmelo and Andrade wrestled each other so much that they knew each other, what move they was going to hit before it even got hit. Like you saw in the match, Carmelo stopped Andrade on some moves. Andrade stopped Carmelo on some moves. We saw that. And it was good, but the turning point of the match is when Carmelo first accidentally hit LA Knight. He kicked him out of the ring. And remember when Carmelo was out the ring, he told Andrade, you can't go out there and go jump and do a dive. And Andrade did not like that. He did it anyway, however. He went and did it anyway. And Andrade got in his face. They went back and forth. And next thing you know, LA Knight hit a BFT on both opponents. Both competitors, which was Carmelo and Andrade with the BFT. And he said his match's draw is done. It's done. It's done. This match ended in no contest, guys. No contest. So we had no decisive winner. There was nobody that won the Game 7 between Melo and Andrade because of a no contest as a result. However, we did get Nick Aldis. He talked to LA Knight backstage. He was not pleased at the result of that match. How LA Knight put his hands on both Andrade and Carmelo, and Nick Aldis said, you know what? Since you can't keep your hands to yourself, LA Knight, since you now follow orders like a referee should, a special guest referee role, you will defend the United States Championship against both Andrade and Carmelo in a triple threat match. This match is official, and this was the second match announced for Crown Jewel on the Crown Jewel card. We had Randy Orton and Kevin Owens first. This is the second match that will be announced. So definitely, this is official. And I think most of us kind of figure it will go down that way. I know for once, LA Knight was speechless after Nick said that. He didn't really say much. But that's exactly how it went down. And there was nothing LA Knight could do about to stop it. Nothing.
No.
Nothing. So that's what we got as a result of that. But other than that, though, that match is official. But it's gonna be interesting to see. I will get more to my predictions on that. Definitely get to more predictions on that later. Brian Sports and Entertainment, salute to you. All right, well, let's move on to this next match of the show. We have here Candice LeRae versus Naomi one-on-one. Now, before this match began, backstage, Tiffany Stratton returned on SmackDown. You know, she wasn't there last week. Since she went there for Nia Jax last week and Candice pinned Bayley, you know, Tiffany was like, "I'll take care of Naomi tonight," and Nia said no. You know, you want to hear from me? I need you. You had your sniffles. You know, I think she made the comment that really irked Tiffany, but she said, "You know what? Candice LeRae did something you can never do. She pinned Bayley, which was last week. And since she pinned her last week, she's going to face her tonight." Candice was very excited about it. However, Tiffany was not pleased. So she said, "Enjoy your sniffle time." It was very funny. Very, very funny, though. Definitely. So this match was not a match to brag about. I like Candice LeRae, but let's be honest. Let's nothing go crazy over. Let's nothing go wild over. But other than that, though, you know, it was these two just going at it. And however, Candice LeRae did not win this match this time like last week. Naomi defeated her. Bayley came out. She attacked Indy Hartwell. You know, Indy Hartwell interfered, attacking Naomi. Bayley came out for the save. Then Bayley and Naomi celebrate together in the ring. But this was like not my favorite match. But it's good to see that Candice LeRae's getting some screen time. I asked about her. She's recently the Women's Speed Champion for WWE, the first ever Women's Speed Champion at that. And she was on SmackDown last week. She got a win over Bayley, and now she competed against Naomi. So at least they're trying to do something with her. So salute to Candice LeRae. Next match on the card, we got the number one contendership match, guys. We got DIY versus Motor City Machine Guns. These guys faced off on a one-on-one match. Tag team. Whoever won this match will go on to face the Bloodline for the WWE Tag Team titles. So that's what we got. Both great tag teams, by the way. Both great tag teams. Of course, they're very talented. But it got so close, man. It was like literally one of the best matches of the night. It was some miscommunication with Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. Accidentally, Johnny super kicked Gargano. That allowed Shelley and Chris Sabin. They hit the finisher on Gargano. And that was it. MCMG have won the number one contendership match, and they were going to face the Bloodline. Great match, by the way. I love these moments in the match. I liked how John Gargano and Shelley definitely getting technical with each other. That was good. I like how the energy from Ciampa and also Chris Sabin, the energy through both opponents was great, though. Great. But other than that, I liked it. Very good. Nothing bad to say about that at all. Nothing bad to say. I thought everybody did well in that part, in my opinion. Both opponents put everything they had, did everything they could, and it paid off, but only one team could advance, obviously. And we know the one that did advance was MCMG. So that's just how that goes. However, before we do get to the main event, which was MCMG versus Bloodline. Let's go over the Cody Rhodes and Gunther segment. So let's go over here. Now, that's crazy. This is the second segment these two have had. They had one on SmackDown. A Raw. Now they're going on SmackDown. So this is a segment between these two teams here. This is interesting with these two teams. Now, with these two teams, you got Cody and Gunther. They both went at it. Both did their thing. And they said their words. was very, very intriguing for both teams. However, it was Cody and Gunther that was exchanging verbal jabs at each other. Gunther told Cody, stop being a nice guy. And Cody Rhodes told Gunther, he is going to be, he's going to do his best. He knows about dramatic, talk about his brother, Dustin Rhodes, Goldust. But either way, they had a good talk. Then we know Kaiser came out, tried to attack Cody. Cody attacked Kaiser. Gunther came from behind. Then they teamed up on him. Then Randy Orton came up for the save. So, but this was pretty not too much to say here, though. But other than that, though, this is to get ready for the Crown Jewel match. But we'll get to the main event in a second. Brian said I'm a huge, important, diehard fan of WWE YouTube channel. Oh, appreciate that. It's Candice LeRae with Nia Jax. Candice LeRae's with Indy Hartwell. It seemed like they got some type of partnership. I think Nia Jax is using Candice LeRae to make Tiffany jealous, to upset her because Tiffany was not there for Nia last week and Candice was, so she just basically using Candice LeRae to bring a rise to Tiffany Stratton. But yeah, this was a segment here. Now we got the main event here. The main event, guys, it is Tonga Loa versus MCMG, Number One Contendership match. Another great fire match they had. It one better than the DIY match, still good. MCMG had the upper hand. Then you saw Bloodline coming back. But the turning point of the match, as you guys already know, it was when Jey Uso interfered and also Roman interfered. First those two. Then later on, we had Jey Uso interfere, attacking the Bloodline, and that allowed MCMG to get the advantage on that. And next thing you know, we have when we saw the finish of the match, crowd was going crazy. They loved every second of it. And next thing you know, Bloodline, despite their efforts, they couldn't do nothing with Roman and Jimmy being there, and Jay. So, long story short, the OG Bloodline cost the new Bloodline tag team titles, and we got new champions, MCMG. They are your brand new tag team champions. Well, like I said, great match effort, and I know it's a current thing they signed online, and only their third match in WWE. Second on that same night, they are your new WWE Tag Team Champions. Bloodline is low.
Yeet.
So Alex Shelley and MCMG and Chris Sabin of SCSG, they are good. They are your brand new champions. Congratulations to those men. They're putting that work for real. So let's get to more of it. Congratulations to MCMG. Roman Reigns, Roxanne Punk. Do you think Bloodline should have won? Nope. It shouldn't have won in the first place, honestly. Because they ended DIY short run. I think DIY should have lost the belts to these guys instead of Bloodline. But that's the end of SmackDown. Let me go over what's my review of SmackDown. What do I think of the show? Let's see. What do I think of SmackDown for this week? I give it a 4.5 out of 5. I think it was a very good show. Very solid one to set up for a Crown Jewel and Survivor Series. We kind of already saw that with Jimmy and Jey Uso. They both reunited. Roman looking on. So we knew that was going to happen in a matter of time. And we also had to get the Bloodline as you asked me, should Bloodline won? No, because if they're going to enter a Survivor Series War Games match, they don't need to be holding the WWE Tag Team Championships hostage. So it makes sense for them to lose. And MCMG, they're veterans. They had to win. But they did have a good reunite of Jimmy and Jay. That's where it's going. So yes, the bros are back. Roman looked on everything. So yes, guys, we definitely yep, definitely. This was a very good episode. Very good episode. At the end of the match when Uso hugged, was that Jey coming back to the old kind of Jey coming back to the OG bloodline? Sadia Boss says yes. Yeah, they piece pretty much back in. It's just Roman and Roman and Jey still have their issues. Let's not forget about that. They still have their issues from before. So that remains to be seen whether they stand on that. Now we know they're gonna do whatever they can to work out their issues because hey, it's the bloodline, they're family at the end of the day. So definitely, they're definitely back the way I see it. Like I said, they have to set up for the Survivor Series match. They have to get that going. No way around that. War Games is literally a little over a month away. We have Crown Jewel a week away. So they have to do that. They have to set it up. Whether people want to believe it or not, that's how it's going down. So I'm not surprised that Jimmy and Jey are back. I started watching WWE with Jey left Bloodline, so it's cool seeing back together. Oh, you very new into this then, CB2K. I think you did say you haven't been watching it that long. Yeah, you very new. Do you think they'll get Sami Zayn? It's a possibility. Possibility they may get him. We have to wait and see what happens next. But yeah, they're definitely back now. We got the OG bloodline back. And now, let me give you guys a warning right now before you see it online. Before you guys see it, there are some leaked photos. There are spoilers there. So let you guys know there are spoilers there. So you're gonna see some episode of SmackDown already being leaked of next week. Same with Raw because of Crown Jewel being Saudi Arabia. The episodes are pre-taped. So you're gonna see that online. It's up to you guys if you want to see it or not, or wait to me review it, or whatever the case may be. But it will be out there just to give you guys a heads up. Now, if you don't want to get leaked, it's probably best you don't look at the results there. Now, one thing I will say is they definitely do have some type of stuff online. But to answer your question, CB2K, is Bloodline back together? You tell me. So that is a leaked footage of Jey, Uso, Jimmy, and Roman, the OG bloodline, putting the ones up. That's all I'm coming up. Or a different bloodline. No, I don't see that happening either. Tyler, salute to you. NXT is tomorrow night. Tonight is TNA Bound for Glory. NXT is Sunday. So yeah, it was a good SmackDown though. But you know, we gotta go over the basics, guys. What went wrong with SmackDown? You know, I gotta get into that. And despite their high rating, I gave SmackDown what went over it. I'm going to talk about that now. First thing we're going to talk about, I said this before and I'll say it again. Still no Blair Davenport. She has not literally been on TV on SmackDown since I want to say July. She still is not on TV. I don't know what they're doing with her. Last time she was seen was with Unholy Union, and Unholy Union has been on TV, but not so much them. I don't know. This does not look good. She's not injured. I read reports. I think she may be doing dark matches, but We know, I talked about this before, if things do not go well, according to this whole drafting people from NXT to SmackDown or Raw, they don't be on TV for a while. Don't be surprised if they end up getting released in the near future. And I like Blair Davenport, but I gotta, I gotta, I gotta call a spade here. And unfortunately, this goes on the list.
What's gonna happen? No. Words? No. You just made the list.
So yeah, definitely made the list on that one. I don't know what's going on with her, but this is really hurting her character and definitely hurting her potential growth, especially being on a very already stacked women's division on the SmackDown roster. You cannot build her if she's not ever on television. Well, it's not up to her, it's up to creative. Hopefully, they do something different. So that's one thing I saw with SmackDown. Another thing we'll talk about here as well, Naomi not being properly utilized. Another issue I see. Now, as you see here, Naomi has returned to WWE since the 2024 Royal Rumble after fresh off her TNA Knockout Women's Championship run, which she was known as a real name Trinity in TNA. And since she's been back, especially after SmackDown, all she's been doing is putting people over. I haven't seen her get no big wins, championship wins, no anything. Hopefully, in the near future, they book Naomi better. She wins a WWE Women's Championship somewhere down the line, or wins something big in her career, because this is not good. Naomi is a talent. You do not want to leave lying around like that. You want to really properly utilize her to become champion, or at least something close to champion, something valuable. Money in the Bank, Queen of the Ring, something. So this is no good either. It goes on the list most indefinite.
What's gonna happen? No. Words? No. You just made the list.
Definitely made the list on that one. And got another thing I didn't like about SmackDown. It's a good thing, but it's a bad thing too. I'm just calling it out. MCMG, I'm happy for these men winning the WWE Tag Team Champions. We know these guys have a long history in wrestling. If you follow them back from their TNA days, they have held the Always Tag Team titles, the New Japan Strong Tag Team titles, the TNA Tag Team titles, and now the WWE Tag Team titles. They've held every major Tag Team Championship, every major promotion except for AEW. Now, they won only in their third match, which is great. I know they're veterans. I know they're not no spring chick as far as compared to other people on the roster as far as age. But my thing I do not like about this win, when people, I see this with WWE a lot, when they push people like this, whether they're brand new on the independent scene or returning, when they win a championship like this and then they lose the title, it's like they go all the way down and they don't even build them back up. It ends up ruining them. We've seen this even with AJ Styles a little bit. AJ Styles, another guy from TNA. You saw how quick he came in. He debuted Royal Rumble. He won a WWE title, 4 or 5 months later. He did win it a second time, but he has never really been the same since then. He's been floating, and then now he's currently injured. So hopefully I'm wrong with MCMG. I really hope I am, but I've seen WWE do this too many times. They push somebody up that's a veteran. They have them win it all right out the gate, and then as soon as they lose, they bring them right back down. So if there's the plan for MCMG according to WWE, you guys already know what list is going on without shadow of doubt.
What's gonna happen? No. Words? No. You just made the list.
So I really hope they don't do that with MCMG. Great, talented team. So the number 3 things I saw on SmackDown. Now, I have current news, and I do have a bonus round. AJ Styles is injured, and there's no tentative date when he will return. So you're not going to join nobody anytime soon. He's out. But we'll get to current news, though. And matter of fact, we'll talk about some matches right now. We're going to talk about actually, now this is the end of part 1, SmackDown recap, Reunited. We got MCMG with the tag team belts. We have all that. Congratulations to them and everything they do. Greatly appreciate what those two and the work they done. But we are going to talk about right now Crown Jewel. Give me a couple moments. We're going to get this ready. All right, we here at the bonus round. Well, we had the current news and also bonus round here. So we're gonna talk about Crown Jewel early predictions, and we also gonna talk about Jey Uso as well. First, let's talk about. We are going to discuss first how these guys too are going to. Well, who's going to win these matches here for Crown Jewel? And we're going to talk about all the match card here. This is the match card for Crown Jewel. So this is the whole match card. There are 6 matches right now that's going to be discussed. So let's talk about it. Now I'll go over each match, no particular order, and I'll talk about who's going to win what. Who do I have predicted to win? So let's start off with this match here. This match was announced on SmackDown. We're going to talk about Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. Now, we know that Kevin Owens and Randy Orton had a great partnership. They had the RKO literally, t-shirts, everything. But we know that Kevin Owens recently attacked Cody Rhodes at Bad Blood, and he was upset how Cody could line himself with Roman Reigns in the tag match at Bad Blood. And then Randy Orton, when he saw Kevin was going off on Cody, Randy tried to calm Kevin down, talk to him, and when he was trying to get Kevin Owens off of him, Kevin elbowed Randy, and Randy came back and hit him. Kevin Owens felt betrayed, even though he put his hands on Randy first, and he attacked Randy Orton afterwards that night. Now, Randy Orton has been demanding for weeks, I want a match against Kevin Owens. I want a match against Kevin Owens. I want a match against Kevin Owens. And Triple H did not want to do it at first. He obliged. We saw that on a recent episode of SmackDown. We saw how upset Randy Orton was. He wanted a match with him so bad. And Triple H finally gave in, and that's how we got this match here. But the prediction is, who's going to win between Kevin Owens and Randy Orton? Who's going to win at Crown Jewel? If I have to pick right now, early prediction on, I got Kevin Owens. If you want to build up Kevin Owens and make him a threat to Cody Rhodes, if you want to make him a legit monster and someone that could potentially take Cody Rhodes' WWE Championship, he needs to defeat Randy Orton in this match at Crown Jewel. If you have him lose against Randy, it really doesn't build neither character, neither Randy or Kevin for that matter, especially not Randy at this point in his career. So I have Kevin Owens defeating Randy Orton in the one-on-one match. So we'll see what else is going to happen as far as that goes. We definitely see the next move going to be. So that's what I have for that particular matchup. Randy Orton loses to Kevin Owens. Next match we have Triple Threat Match, another match that was recently announced at this past episode of SmackDown. LA Knight will defend the United States Championship in a Triple Threat match against Andrade and Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo and Andrade, they're going at it for months now. They had a Game 7 match, and LA Knight was special guest referee. He attacked both men. There was in no contest, and Nick Aldis made LA Knight defend against both men in Crown Jewel. The thing about it is, LA Knight, he had the belt since SummerSlam, so we're saying a little over 2 months. I'm not gonna say he's been a bad champion. He hasn't. He's been a fair champion. He's been defending on SmackDown. I don't think he defended at a PLE until now, because after SummerSlam we had Bash and Berlin, which I don't think he defended it, and now we have Crown Jewel. But if I had to pick a winner between these three in the Triple Threat match, do LA Knight retain? Do Carmelo or Andrade win? If I had to pick one right now, who is to win this match between these three? I would say, if I had to pick a proper opponent or someone to win or LA Knight to retain, if I had to pick, I'm thinking I got Carmelo Hayes winning. Do not be surprised if the sneaky heel character of Carmelo sneaks in and gets a win. For some reason, I don't see LA Knight retaining at Crown Jewel. I could be wrong. I just don't see that happening with him. I don't. Then again, I could be wrong. But next up, let's get to the next match on the card. Bronson Reed versus Seth Rollins. Now, you know Bronson Reed he took out Seth Rollins, put him on the shelf for quite some time. Seth been destined to get revenge, and he's done that on this episode of Raw. But if I have to pick a winner right now between Seth and Bronson, I will have to be honest. I like Bronson Reed. He's been doing his thing. He's been getting very noticeable. I'm picking Seth freaking Rollins. Seth is going to defeat Bronson, and Bronson may lose this match. He wins, I'll be surprised, but Seth has to get his revenge back. He was out for weeks. So that's what I have for that match. Let's get to some of the women's matches now. We have Bianca and Jey defending the Women's Tag Team Championships against not one, not two, but three other tag teams, which is Jakara, Jackson Lash Legend, Damage Control, Io, and Kyrie, and Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. Now, we know that this don't end well for Bianca and Jey. Every time they defend a triple threat or whatever, they end up losing. We saw that at Clash at the Castle, I want to say, where they lost. They lost to Unholy Union. Do not be surprised if that's how they lose again. And I would say the team that we very unexpectedly, the least expect to win, Jakara, Jackson, and Lash Legend may win this match. They are part of NXT roster. They've been on all shows. They've gotten lots of attention lately, especially since the comment at Bad Blood with Triple H. They could be the first women to win the Women's Tag Team Championship and be a part of the NXT roster. And they can defend on all brands. They can still be on all brands and still be a part of NXT. And what better way to do that if they win the Tag Team Championships at Crown Jewel? Expect Bianca and Jey to start their feud that we all been wanting to see since Jey debuted last year. So I have Jakara and Lash winning. Let's get to another Women's Championship match. And this match was announced on SmackDown as well. This match of the Women's Tag Team Championships being defended. Next women's match, we have Liv Morgan versus Nia Jax. I talked about this rivalry before. Nia has Tiffy time. Nia has New Judgment Day, Raquel Reeves, and Dom. Things don't look good between Nia and Tiff. It's been looking kind of funny there. Nia did win Queen of the Ring this year. Liv Morgan won the championship from Becky Lynch. If I had to pick someone to win right now who would get the edge, the advantage, I will give it to Liv Morgan. I have Liv Morgan winning this match. I have Liv Morgan winning. Liv Morgan could defeat Nia with the help of Judgment Day, with the help of Raquel Rodriguez, and also maybe Tiffany possibly cashing in on Nia that night. We'll see, but Liv Morgan will win the Crown Jewel champion. Now, Liv may not be put on the best matches as a performer. for her character second to none, storyline second to none on Monday Night Raw. That's the reason why she is the Women's World Champion as of right now. That's my pick too. Okay. Yeah, but I got Liv Morgan winning this match between herself and Nia Jax for the women's ever Crown Jewel Championship, champion versus champion, the Crown Jewel title. Now, last but not least, we do have one more match, and this is a match: Gunther, the World Champion, versus Cody, the WWE Champion, the Men's Crown Jewel Championship match. Now, this is a little tricky. Cody got some enemies in Kevin Owens, and possibly Randy Orton. Gunther got some enemies in Goldberg. Despite all of that, Gunther, strong. He's been a strong champion. Can hold it down on his own. Who do I have win between Cody and Gunther? I got Cody. Expect Goldberg to show up and distract Gunther. Expect him to show up. Cody is the number one champion. Gunther can say all he wanted promos that Cody's secondary champion. He's number 2 to him. Let's be honest. Cody's number 1. He's the face of the company. Even Gunther admitted himself, he's the quarterback of this whole WWE wrestling boom as we know it right now. And it will only hurt Cody. It won't necessarily hurt Cody bad, but it will keep Cody, make him continue to look strong if he wins the Crown Jewel Championship. They don't want to see Gunther win it. I would say Cody's who I got. Who do you think would be the best main event? Gunther versus Cody. But that's who I got. I got Cody winning this match. However, now that's all I have for Crown Jewel 2024 early match prediction card. But we are not done yet. We got a little bit more. We are going to talk about Jey Uso. We're going to talk about him right now. Yes, Mr. Yeet. And my thing with Jey Uso, a bone to pick with this situation, and this is the real bonus round. We know that he had won the Intercontinental Championship from Braun Breaker, but was it right for Jey Uso to lose the title? That's my concern with Jey Uso. Jey Uso, we know, is Yeet. We know that he looked good, and coming up, beating Braun, everything, and to win, we give him that. But think about Jey Uso. I think he should deserve at least a 2-3 month run with the title. I don't think he should have lost it so quick like he did. I had an issue with that. And I know that everybody was rooting for him to win, but we got to realize he had to lose. He only held for 28 days. He had to lose because they had to set up for the Bloodline versus Bloodline storyline for Survivor Series. They had to lose it that way. That's the only way possible. He had to lose. It's the only setup. It reunite him and his brother. Jimmy Uso's back, guys. He's not injured anymore. Now, was it right for him to lose the title the way he did? I would say no. I wish he would have held a little bit longer. Respectively, a 2 to 3 month run with the belt, not 28 days, at least 60 days, 90 days, have some good defenses. Let's be honest. He only had one successful title defense. That was against Xavier Woods on Monday Night Raw last week, in which he did retain. But I think he should have had a little bit longer. And the reason I said because his run hurt the Intercontinental Championship's value and hurt himself. Remember, Gunther held the belt for 666 days up to this year, losing WrestleMania 40 against Sami Zayn, and he put prestige and literally put the name, put respect gave the respect back to the Intercontinental Championship. He puts respect on his name. Sami continued on, and then Braun did. We already was mad that Braun lost so quick, despite being a heel. Then Jey loses so quick. So it when you do titles like that back to back to back, losing it after a short period of time, it brings down the value of the championship and what the championship means to competitors, And then we had the whole, now it was controversy doing his title run. Remember, the Vince Russo, Rikishi going into it. Check that out on my other channel, Toxic Reign Scandal. Yes, we had that as well. That did bring attention to the title, but it also brought it down. So we got to talk about that too. So that was no good, but Jey Uso, he should at least held it for longer than 28 days. We know why he won it. Triple H had the pressure under him from the from social media, the questions, him not being booked, the Yeet is over, he's on Raw. How could you do this to Jey? That was getting Triple H, and he won. You know, he literally won his hometown. We know how Triple H books in his hometown. That's how it went down. That's how it went down, honestly. And we know that that's how it was gonna go. But I disagree with him losing the belt that fast. I'm not mad he lost. I knew he was gonna lose some point, but just not that quick. Since he had to lose, I would have waited to give him the title. See, I agree with you on that too, but Triple H had the pressure on him. You never know. Your thoughts on Jey Uso try to get back at the Bloodline storyline? I would say no, Tyler. I don't think he's going to try to go back to get it. What's going to happen with Jey Uso? He will reunite with Bloodline, as we saw in the clip earlier. They will set up for the Survivor Series War Games match, OG Bloodline, as they call it now, versus the current Bloodline. And after that's over, Jey will go back to being a tag team with his brother Jimmy, who is fully healed, and they would start the Usos back up again. He will not be main event Jey Uso. He will not be Yeet Jey Uso. He will be the Usos Jey Uso alongside his brother Jimmy. The Uso Penitentiary, that will start up again. So that's how he came into the game. He was a tag team competitor. He was never supposed to be on his Yeet run, especially this long, especially when the Intercontinental Championship. That was not in WWE creative plans in the beginning when he broke up from Bloodline last year to come on to Raw. So I think it just prolonged his visit on being on Monday Night Raw, being a singles competitor. But I do believe he should have held to a little bit longer. If they did, I understand from their point too, if they had waited longer, he would never won it. So I'm glad he won it, but I'm mad that he lost it so quick. And I know a lot of fans right now are upset about him losing the belt like that. We have yet heard from his dad, Rikishi, on his podcast, Rikishi Off the Top. I know he's going to have his words regarding his son losing the belt under 30 days. He has not said nothing yet. I checked. Vince Russo said something, but not his dad, Rikishi. So he definitely has something to say, but it's definitely an L because I want to see how Jey could do as a singles champion. We never saw that before. We're so used to seeing him as a tag team competitor, a tag team champion, a part of the Usos. He was literally on his own. I mean, this is how it started, this whole Yeet thing that I play all the time that goes like this. Yeet. So only time will tell what's going to happen. But I do think that the hurt ruined the championship value in himself. I don't see him going back to the prominence like he did. I don't see him regaining the Intercontinental Championship. I don't even see him being on a part of Monday Night Raw roster anymore. He will go back to the SmackDown roster. He will go back to being with his brother, and he will be in the tag team once again. The whole singles run is over. Whether we want to believe it or not, whether we want to accept it or not, that's just the way it is. Do you think Jey will get a new tag team entrance? It's a possibility. They are baby faces now. Jey is my favorite superstar right now. I'm sorry seeing win, but I'm ready for the Usos to dominate tag team division. Yeah, they will. And SmackDown's stacked. They made a few with MCMG. You got the other Bloodline. You got Street Profits, DIY. You still got A-Town Down Under, Pretty Deadly. So they have plenty plethora of tag teams on the SmackDown roster, guys. Definitely. And that's all I have regarding did Jey have to lose the title? Did he deserve to lose the title after 28 days? Was it the best move for WWE Creative? That's all I have, guys. Was it right for him to lose the title? You guys let me know in the comment section below. What do you think? That's all I have regarding the subject. I will come back here later tonight. We'll be doing TNA Bound for Glory 2024 watch along. First time ever doing a watch along of TNA PLE content, so you don't want to miss it. TNA Bound for Glory starts at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So if you're a TNA fan, you like TNA, you want to see me do a watch along Bound for Glory, come to the red carpet ring. I will be covering it. Hopefully I see some of you guys here later on tonight. Soon to be able to pop up, guys. You guys click the links below to the video. 8 p.m. Eastern CB2K, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Eastern. It'll be 8 o'clock for you. You guys click the links below to the content. Check it out. You guys already know what it is at this point, guys. You already know it is O-U-T.
Like I say this a lot. We're not a sport. We're a movie about a sport or a TV show about a sport, right? So the interest of all the other.
I feel like the heel turn did wonders for me. There was a sense of reality in that to where I had hit a point and the babyface stuff was going great. The Alpha Academy stuff was going great. We had a blast with that. But I'm a realist and I'm also like a long-term thinker.